It's time for the Old House Antique Showcase, your guide to Northern Nevada's best antique shops and events. Brought to you by Northern Nevada Coin, with 3 great locations to serve you in Reno, Minden, and Carson City. Now let's meet our host, Holly Netwara.
Hi everybody, welcome. I'm Holly Netwara, your host for the Antique Showcase. We'll be walking around Tanner's Marketplace today, a quarterly event that happens here at the Reno Livestock Event Center. We'll be back right after this.
Day in and day out, nobody pays more than Northern Nevada Coin.
Over the last 20 years, you've helped us grow into the largest rare coin and gold buying company in Nevada. We want to say thank you by paying even more for your unwanted gold jewelry, gold and silver bullion, or rare coins.
All Northern Nevada Coin customers get even more money for the same gold with less hassle. Now that's real economic stimulus. Come visit Northern Nevada Coin in the Reno Costco Shopping Center, downtown Carson City, or on Highway 395 in Minden by the CDI.
Welcome back. We're here today with Maggie Mannion, who specializes in primitives. Maggie, can you tell me a little bit about what primitives are?
A kitchen household, old kitchen utensils, fans, sewing machines, scales.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought primitive was like, more like old dolls or paintings or things like that.
The primitives are household utensils, any scales.
Is there a time period that has to fall between
to
be considered a primitive?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Just household.
Anything older household items. So I see today you've got 2 rolling pins here. These are 2 out of how many that you actually have?
About 110.
110 rolling pins.
They're going because I do sell them.
And so how did you get interested in collecting rolling pins?
They just fascinated me, and I use them in vignettes all through the house. I put them in baskets in the kitchen with old kitchen utensils, doilies, old bread. You get the bread and dry it and put your little rolling pins in, and just create.
I saw today over in your booth, I really liked how you displayed them. You had them in some wine racks, which I thought showed them very nicely.
And old cold racks, and you just slide them in the coat racks, and they're darling, and hang them up on the wall.
And so what is the price range of a rolling pin?
Today's market, anywhere from, they could go from 10 to 100 or more. It just depends.
What does a $100 rolling pin look like?
Pretty big.
Is it gold?
Yeah, no. Yeah. Right. Well, there's a very large one I had, and it's huge, and that went for like 160. So it just depends on who's buying them, what they're, what they want.
Do you think that most people that buy rolling pins are actually going to use them in their own baking, or do you think they're more for display?
Today, more display.
More display.
Yeah. I have them on the old stoves, and I have salt cellars next to them. I display them everywhere, all through the kitchen. I even put them in the bathroom with wash rags and towels on them.
Oh, that's a great idea. I like that a lot. Yeah.
You just use your imagination.
Right. Well, I find a lot of times that people will repurpose items for use for other things. So as a towel rack in a bathroom or even in a kitchen. Oh, yeah. That's a fantastic idea.
Or put your recipes on there. Put a recipe on it. Or put it in a basket with a doll and teddy bears, darling.
Oh, great. Well, I've got my great-grandmother's, so I'm going to go home and I'll be using it that way now, because right now it's just sitting in a drawer. So.
Well, get it out.
Well, thank you so much, Maggie. I really appreciate you coming today.
Thank you.
All right. Hope you sell a lot of pins.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Go to buy silver. They decided to get a divorce. They came to me because I was always good at selling things. I had never touched a piece of silver in my life. So they would tell me, they would like polish up a set, put it in a chest. They would tell me like we need to get $800 for it. So if I advertised it for $1,175, $300 was mine. I thought, wow, this is cool. I did that about 50 times. So I knew there was a business out there. I had to figure out how to do it.
So where do you get most of your silver from now?
At this point, because I've been doing it for so many years, done so many shows, a lot of people bring things to me. I have a host of wholesale vendors that I buy from that don't sell to the public. They basically sell to dealers like myself. But over the years, the booth gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah, well, that's good. Good business for you. You're actually not from Reno. You're based out of San Francisco?
I'm based out of San Francisco, but I've done Reno shows all the 26 years I've been doing shows.
Do you travel all over the country? Do you stay mostly on the West Coast?
Mostly on the West Coast. The farthest we go is actually Salt Lake City or Portland. That's about the farthest.
Is there a particular state that you find you do better in your sales with?
It's more particular shows. I love the Reno shows, as you can tell since I'm here. We do a wonderful show at St. Mary's by the Sea, which is in the Carmel area. We do a lot of Marin. We do the Hillsborough show. We do a lot of really good shows.
Now, when I think of silver, I tend to think of Tiffany. Can you tell me, is there another maker that's more desirable?
Very, very high end. We don't stock a lot of Tiffany because at this point, people that have Tiffany are usually looking for real exotic pieces, and they're very expensive. So we'll pattern match for that type of customer. We cater to the everyday customers. The people want Grand Baroque or Damask Rose. The more common companies like Wallace, Toll, International, Reed and Barton, that type of thing.
Those are all American silver makers?
We only do American silver because if somebody comes in and wants something from a foreign country, I don't have access like I do here.
So I see in front here you've got a lot of individual pieces. Is that for people to complete their sets if they lost something?
Exactly. We pattern match on the front tables. We are alphabetical by patterns. The same thing with the other table. We have sets all the way around the booth. We sell everything individual. If people are missing a knife or a fork or want to add butter knives, that's what we do.
Do you, I asked you earlier, and I'd love to know the answer to this. What is the best way to care for and keep your silver?
We usually advise that you keep them, if you're not going to use them every day, to keep them in a tarnish-resistant box. Using them every day just puts more beautiful patina on them, and it makes them, that you don't even have to do special care to them. We sell a product called Blue Magic that is amazing. The only product I've used the whole 26 years, and we polish about once a year. We have a very customer-friendly booth. We want everybody to come in and touch and handle everything. So when we're polishing once a year, it's more for fingerprints, dust, not so much tarnish.
So silver you want to keep polished. You don't want to let patina.
Better when it's polished, but patina is very, very, very fine line scratches that actually enhance it, and that happens from everyday use.
Oh, I think of patina as a color more like with
tarnish.
Bronze and things like that.
Yeah, that's more tarnish than patina.
Okay.
But I think the biggest thing that everybody needs to know is the difference between silver plate and sterling, and how to tell the difference. If you're not sure, turn your piece over like a fork or a teaspoon. American sterling always has the word sterling on it, and that's very, very important. If it doesn't say the word sterling, that means that it's silver plated, and silver plate means it's a very thin coating of silver over a different type of base metal, but silver plate over a lot of use or a lot of harsh cleaning will actually wear off.
Well, that can be very disappointing to some people that have inherited their grandmother's silver set.
They're all excited, and I always tell them, that this has more sentimental value than monetary value. Sometimes they're disappointed, but we also sell silver plate at a very reasonable price. So if some of the pieces that they inherited maybe have too much heel wear, too much plate loss, we fix it for them.
So you do silver repair?
No, we actually, when I said we fix it for them, I actually meant we sell them a piece that's comparable to it. Because replating is an extremely expensive process. The average companies charge about $18 to replate. We actually sell the replacement pieces for between $8 and $12. So it's a much better deal to come and see us.
So do you find then with the silver prices going up, does that increase the value of your silverware, or is it all dependent on the pattern and the maker?
It's all dependent on pattern, maker, contents, but silver prices tend to generate a little, or I should say dominate a little bit how we sell things. However, silver several years ago had gone up very, very high, and unfortunately a lot of things were melted, and that increased the value of most everybody's silver. We try very, very hard to keep the prices down. That's always been utmost important to us. We heavily compete with other silver dealers that sell for quite a bit higher. So we do our best.
All right. Well, thank you, Sylvia. If you've got some silverware out there and you're missing a piece, come on down to Tanner's Marketplace and get together with Sylvia here. I'm sure she's got something that can help you complete your set.
RL Hair Center in Midtown offers great non-surgical solutions in hair restoration.
I plan to keep the hair I've got thanks to RL Hair Center's complete line of topical solutions.
It looks and feels like your own hair.
Really, guys? Look at this, and then look at this.
RL Hair Center will help you reclaim that youthful, vibrant look you once had.
You're never too young to get your game back.
Call today for a free consultation and hair analysis.
RL Hair Center, the best in non-surgical hair replacement.
This is the Auto Clinic. We've been open for 35 years. We've been in business since 1977. We try very hard to make our customers happy. I mean, you're our main priority. We treat your cars like they're our cars. Your satisfaction is what drives us and keeps us going. The Auto Clinic has a very nice waiting room. You can sit and watch TV. You can actually putt on our putting green. You can go next door and look at Mobile Antiques and Thrift. I believe in my technicians. I believe in myself. And our customers believe in us, and that's why they continue to come back.
For the best in hair and makeup, check out Forever Young Hair Studio. Located at 120 Toma Street, Suite 2, Midtown.
Hi, welcome back. We're here with Monty Elliott. Monty does something very unusual, and I wanted to bring him over. He carves and paints gourds, and so I thought we could talk to Monty a little bit about what his specialty is. So who do you have there, Monty?
Well, this is one of the penguins. I got the idea from my daughter in Madagascar, and they had the 3 penguins that kind of got in trouble and did all that. And I've got this size, one a little bigger, and then I've got a big one I'll bring tomorrow.
And where do you get your gourds from?
Actually, we go to Davis Farms and Slough House. So it's not that long of a drive. The problem with those gourds is some of them have a tendency to be too thin, and if they're too thin, they'll crack.
Right.
And they're kind of useless. You use pieces and parts and put them on other gourds.
So I know that Native Americans used to use gourds a lot as vessels for carrying water or holding grains and things like that.
Right.
Do you do anything like that with your work? That's still...
Yeah, I've done a couple of pitchers. We do a lot of bowls. My mom also does them, and she likes to do the medium, which means wrapping the pine needles and doing the braiding around the top, just like the natives would have done. We put Kuta polys on there, all kinds of different designs and colors.
So how long have you been doing this?
I've only been doing it about 6 months.
Oh, 6 months.
Yeah. So,
a newbie. But you learned it from your mom, or is your mom somebody that also recently got into the gourd business?
When my stepdad was alive, they had their own company called River's Edge Design, and they did it for years. They went to all the craft shows. He did a lot of welding, metal type stuff. He did stained glass. He also helped Mom with gourds. So I kind of took his place. I do all the cutting, I do a lot of the colors, that kind of stuff.
So I wanted to ask you about the cutting. You've got one here that you actually cut out and painted.
Right.
So can you tell me how you get that design cut out of the gourd?
Well, I can draw pretty much anything I see. So that's where I found it was hard with gourds, because they're a rounded surface. You can't take a flat, you can take a stencil. You can't take a flat stencil and put it on a gourd because it doesn't line up right. So usually I'll draw it on paper, and then I'll just draw it on the gourd. And then if I need to do it on another gourd, I'll just have to look at the original and go, okay, that's...
Right. And you told me that you use an X-Acto knife to cut...
Well, no, I use an X-Acto to start it, and then I have a mini jigsaw, which has a little dinky blade. And you have to... The thickness of the gourd makes a big difference. The thicker they are, the harder they are to cut. If the gourd is thinner, you can pretty much go all the way around. But if it's got a lot of sharp edges, you can't turn that blade, otherwise you'll break it.
Right.
And I've done that.
Yeah.
This one here, I probably broke 3 blades before I figured out that you've got to do one section, start another section, and the whole bit.
Right. And so how much would a gourd like this go for over in your booth?
Well, this is one of my nicest ones, and it's probably about $40. So, but it's got a lot of time. I mean, our colors we use all kinds of different leather dyes. We use alcohol ink dyes, and I'm an ex-hairdresser, so I love to play with the colors.
Uh-huh.
So,
well, I love the color on this.
Right.
It's beautiful. It almost looks like it was fired in a kiln.
right, and it would be good for Halloween. It's thick enough. We do the insides usually with a darker color so you can put a candle in it. So if you wanted to put that on your table at Halloween, it would be, light right up.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Monty.
You betcha.
All right.
Thanks.
All right. We'll be back in a minute. We're here with Paula, a woman of many hats. I particularly like your hat today, Paula.
Thank you.
She's the promoter of Tanner's Marketplace. How's it going today?
It is going fantastic. We've got probably about 400 people that have come in the door. We have a full house, which means close to 100 dealers within this putting on the show. We've got antiques, we've got collectibles, we've got some crafters, we've got specialty items. It's been a fun show.
Yeah, it's pretty packed in here. It seems like every single space is rented out.
It is.
That's very successful. Good for you.
Yes, yes.
How long have you been doing Tanner's Marketplace?
We have been the promoters for a year. We have been selling in Tanner's for probably about 15 years.
Wow, that's right. So you're a dealer also, you and your husband.
We are antique dealers. We have a business within Somewhere in Time Antique Mall.
Uh-huh.
So we've been antique dealers. We are also personal property appraisers. We do the shows here.
Great.
And
so you've got a lot of knowledge, a lot of background, a lot of expertise.
Been doing it for a little while.
Good. Well, it's good. It's good to have somebody in charge that knows what they're doing. So that's a good thing.
And we enjoyed the show before. We haven't changed it very much from what it was from the previous owners.
Mm-hmm.
They're still doing great. We talked to them. They were here just a little bit ago, so that's nice.
Great. So what is Tanner's happening again, or?
Tanner's will happen again next February, the 15th and 16th.
Okay.
We're going to have a couple more shows later in the year. We don't have those dates firmed out yet, but if you go down to tannersreno.com, tannersreno.com, you can pick up the webpage, see our schedule, get a newsletter, sign up for a newsletter, and get discount tickets to each of the shows that come up. Learn a little bit of things. We try to put information out there about shows, about antiques, about collectibles.
How many times a year are you planning on having the marketplace, or don't you know that yet?
Right now it's 4 times a year. Stay tuned, it may change.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to tell us about coming on down here?
It has always been held at the Reno Livestock Event Center on Wells Avenue. There may be changes down the road, I don't know for sure, but we will be here in February. So come down to Reno Event Center, Livestock Event Center.
Well, I know I'll be back. I've got a booth here as well, and we're doing very, very well today, and I'll definitely be back.
Well, good.
All right, Paula.
Glad to have you back.
All right, thank you so, so much.
Thank you.
Leave your footprint in the neighborhood you serve with Charter Media's new Smart Targeting. Promote your business to the entire Reno market, or focus on your local neighborhood. This cutting-edge technology enables you to reach the right customers with the right message, based on where they are, who they are, and what they like. Visit chartermedia.com/footprint for more information. Charter Media. Long live your business.
Hey Mom, what are you doing?
Well, the sale's over. We've been doing it for 6 months now.
Mom, we've been doing great. All our customers have been coming to us, even the dealers have been buying from us.
You know, you're right, but guess what? You get to put the sign back out.
Great, thanks Mom.
Hi, my name is Erland Stephen Pitts, author of the very controversial book entitled Many Doors, One Key. Many Doors, One Key is based upon facts, such as the intuitions of our hearts, commonly known as the knowing or the truth. The truth is, when you know that you know, then you know, even if you can't prove it. Something told me to go left, only if I would have listened. What is this something that tells us all something? Many Doors, One Key unveils this and more. For more information, visit manydoorsonekey.net. Put the power of your life back into your hands.
Welcome to Northern Nevada's oldest and largest antique mall on South Virginia Street at Arroyo. We have 65 dealers in 18,000 square feet of all sorts of antiques and collectibles.
We're open 7 days a week for your convenience, from 10 in the morning till 6 in the evening, and on Sundays from noon till 5 with ample parking. And we'd love to see you here.
Here at the mall we have a display in the front window, Landrum's original counters, which were built in 1947. They're not for sale, but they are here for you to enjoy.
Tell us you've seen our ad on TV and come in and get our collector's record book.
My name is Kathy, and I want to tell you about Somewhere in Time. The Antique Mall is located at 1313 South Virginia Street, and we're open Monday through Saturdays from 10 till 6, Sundays 11 till 5. We have 19 different vendors, and we have a wide variety of antiques and collectibles, memorabilia, neon and beer collectibles, sun purple glass, vintage Pyrex, vintage jewelry, Blanco glass, oil lamps, casino memorabilia, vintage toys and Scout memorabilia, comics, and really too much more to describe. So please come down and see us. We'll be looking forward to that. Thank you.
I am very, very excited about this. We're here with Ralph Freeman. He specializes in vintage movie posters. Is that right, Ralph?
Specialized. More of a, I run the theater when I was a kid. I got to keep all these posters.
Oh, so have you seen most of the films of the posters?
I showed them for 4 years.
You were the projectionist?
210 of them.
Wow, that must have been something. What year was that?
I started in 1954 through 61.
Uh-huh. Awesome. So
I got $1 an hour and all the popcorn I could eat. And I go out and hang the marquees on the top of the theater.
Right.
And for that big money she gave me, the poster, the lady owned the theater.
If you hadn't taken the posters, what would have happened to these posters?
I don't know. The lady gave them to me in a big box. And I kept them 35 years before I even knew I had them.
Oh, they were stuck in a closet or a garage or something?
We moved 6 times with us as we moved.
Yeah.
And I finally opened it up, and there they were, 210 of them.
Wow. So out of that 210, how long have you been selling those?
I've been about 12 years, but this is the first show in 12 years. I wait about every 12 years to reshow them.
Is it difficult for you to let these go?
I do. A little tear comes to the eye.
Uh-huh.
And
which is your favorite?
I think my favorite is, since we're in Reno, Nevada, would be the Misfits.
Oh, yeah.
With Marilyn Monroe and
Clark Gable. Do you have that poster for sale over there?
No, it's not there for sale yet.
Is that in your private collection?
Yes, private collection.
How much would you value a poster of the
Misfits? About $3,000.
$3,000. I think that's actually a very fair price, because that's Marilyn Monroe's last film.
Clark Gable's last film.
And Clark, they say that she killed him during the making of that film.
She probably did.
Yeah, she was so difficult. Yeah. She drove him crazy.
Then I got Marilyn Monroe's first movie she ever made.
And that's the
1954.
Let me see if I know it. Is that The Concrete Jungle?
No.
What is it?
Asphalt Jungle.
Asphalt Jungle.
There it is.
Asphalt. But is that the first film?
Yep.
So I just had the title.
1954.
Uh-huh. Nice. And
John Huston produced it. So.
Right, and that was her very first film. Do you find in poster collecting, the people that are interested in your posters, do they like to collect particular film stars like Marilyn?
I think they're looking. I got Paul Newman's first movie, a couple other actors in it, and it's his first Paul Newman movie.
Right. So do people collect a lot of stars, or do they go more for the graphic? The graphic on this is fantastic.
The colors are beautiful.
Right, and the subject matter. This is a circus, right?
Yeah,
I've never heard of this movie, Bimbo the Great.
And all of them are dated and time down here at the bottom, tells you when they were made.
And
all the original posters.
And let's see the other one you've got behind here.
We have one here.
So we've got Rock Hudson and Kirk Douglas in The Last Sunset. I'm not familiar with this film.
Yeah, it was a good cowboy movie. You like cowboys?
I do, especially out here in the West.
This was 1961 when he made it.
1961. So What is the value on something like this? What did you price?
Probably around, that's probably $150.
$150. And so if somebody has a movie poster, do you recommend that they have that professionally framed? Or
I would.
Yeah.
The reason I'm getting rid of them, when you're 75 years old, people forget who these people are.
Oh,
Young kids won't know who these people are.
Right, yeah.
So I said, I better get rid of them. I'd rather people hang them on their wall.
Uh-huh.
And that way, I would think in my heart it's being done for some good.
Right. Well, I know that mid-century modern interior design is very hot right now. A poster like this, even if they didn't know who these people were, with the graphics and all of that, would look fantastic in somebody's living room or office.
A lot of beautiful ones over there yet.
Yeah. When I saw them over there, I got very excited. I might.
Mamie Van Dorn over there first.
Right. She had the long flowing. Right.
Blonde hair.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if I make enough money today, I'm definitely going to be heading over there and see if I can pick something up.
Good. Okay, honey.
Well, it was so nice to meet you too, and thank you so much for saving
Everybody
these rare
come on by and
gems.
see it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, what happened to your computer?
It fell off my desk.
Technology Center can fix that for you in a heartbeat.
When your computer has any little mishap, bring it here to Technology Center. Our trained and certified techs can replace just about anything, any parts, or repair any problems. We can do any kind of upgrade that you need, including hard drives, video cards, and memory upgrades. Our techs are experts at reinstalling your operating system to optimize the speed of your computer. We service PCs as well as Macintosh. If you can't find the part in our store that you need for the do-it-yourselfer, we can usually get it for you in 2 to 3 days.
Come by South Reno's best place for great food and great value. Carino's Italian features not only classic Italian menu items, we also feature hand-cut flamed grilled steaks. We hand-stretch fresh-made pizza dough that cook in our wood-fire oven. Gather up your friends and family to join us in Johnny's Italian American Bar, which features all-day happy hour, a great selection of refreshing Alaskan beers, both on tap and in bottle for everyone's satisfaction. Let us make your reservation for our Chianti room that is great to host your special events from business lunches, holiday parties, and family celebrations. Or join us in our Johnny's Bar, which features 9 large screen TVs. Carino's Italian is located at South Virginia and Mount Worth Highway in the Sierra Summit Mall. Stop by on your way home to join us for a quick lunch or make us that special place in South Reno for a great dinner and a movie. At Carino's, we cater to all your needs.
Hi, I'm Paulie from Paulie's Pizza. We're located in Franktown Corners on Kitsky and Grove. We have authentic New York pizza, subs, wings, calzones, a little taste of New York right here in Reno. We're a family-owned restaurant. Me, my wife, my kids. We do beef on wick on Wednesdays and Saturdays, beer battered haddock, fish fries on Fridays. We probably got the hottest wings in Reno. They're called our Mamma Mia wings. You have to sign a waiver to eat them. We're open Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9.
Paulie's Pizza, everyone else's, forget about it.